go! NFL Knockout presented by Caesar Sportsbook. It is a weekly free-to-play game on NFL.com. You, my friend, can win an exclusive VIP trip to experience the 2023 Pro Bowl weekend or the 2023 NFL Draft or even Super Bowl 57. You got to answer 10 questions about Sunday's games, and you top the leaderboard to win a trip of a lifetime. Visit NFL.com/knockout to sign up, to play, and to win. Ba-boom!
Al, you sold me on it. Sign up, play, and win.
You can top the leaderboard. Trip, not like of the year.
No.
Of a lifetime, baby.
Absolutely. Will Stelva, question of the day, clap, clap, is sweet potato the only casserole that's on your Thanksgiving table?
Talk to him, Will.
Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. Now, I will say this, in terms of my hot take for Thanksgiving, I think stuffing is terrible. I think eating stuffing is like eating diced up styrofoam.
Stuffing is
That's what I think.
You're eating the
That's what I think.
Stuffing is... Let it out. Come on, we're on a delay. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead, Will.
What's your case?
Just that. It's just like, and people say, oh, you haven't had good stuffing. I've tried stuffing. It just doesn't do anything for me. I prefer to eat my table. That's the bottom line. It's like I'm eating a styrofoam cup. Just saying. Give me good stuffing. That's all.
We're not speaking. We're not speaking. I was supposed to let him make his case. Well, there's a world case of everything.
Yeah, I want to eat a table.
Eat your table? God, whose stuffing are you eating? God, just
eat my table.
Oh, Will. Well, I'll text you.
I don't like stuffing.
So am I.
Let us get to the news. The quarterback carousel continues in Carolina, and the wheel spinning and stopping on Sam Darnold, who is going to make the start against the Broncos. Now, Darnold was activated from injured reserve before Week 10 after being sidelined with a high ankle sprain suffered in the preseason. He'll be the third Panthers starter following P.J. Walker and Baker Mayfield. Now, the Panthers offense ranks 29th in the NFL this season with 175.5 passing yards a game. Wow. All right, well, the Rams making a surprise move at the running back position, waiving Darrell Henderson on Tuesday. Henderson was the team leader in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. The Rams' run game has struggled to get back on track, ranking 31st in the league with just over 76 yards a game. The Cowboys dealing with a bug, as Mike McCarthy says a number of guys missed practice on Wednesday, one of them being pass rusher DeMarcus Lawrence. He's also dealing with a foot injury. Lawrence third on the Cowboys with 6 sacks this season. And the NFL revealing the 20th semifinalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2023. 5 first-timers making the cut. They include our colleague and show co-host from Germany, Joe Thomas, Darrelle Revis, James Harrison, Dwight Freeney, and Jari Evans. Now, for the complete list of semifinalists, make sure to check out NFL.com. And so we have to ask, do we think Joe Thomas's block as the commissioner was in Germany trying to toss the football? Was that the thing that got him over the top to become a semifinalist? Jamie and guys.
I do, but it wasn't exactly the block that did it for me. It was when Peter Schrager fell on the ground and then Joe Thomas stood over him through celebration. I think that celebration was Hall of Fame worthy, right?
Why we have flags for taunting.
Yeah,
it's disgusting of him.
Well, that flag got stuck in somebody's pocket.
Disgusting of him.
So that list of 28 modern era pro football semifinalists, Peter, you have a thought, you have a take on one of these guys.
Albert Lewis made the list. If you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, you remember Albert Lewis as a very tall cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs. And when you see lists of names like Darrelle Revis and Dwight Freeney and DeMarcus Ware, like those are household names. Albert Lewis might not be. Quickly, the case for Albert Lewis. It's his last year for eligibility to get in on this ballot. And this was a guy who has the most punt blocks in the history of NFL.
That's cool.
Okay? And for a good 5-year span, he was considered the elite corner in the NFL. But this was in the 80s and the early 90s when you don't get the names like Dion or Darrelle Revis. It was more of tall, rangy corner. Jerry Rice said he was the best corner he ever faced. Okay, that's what in a Peter King column. Then you go one step further here. It's one of these deals where every coach who ever had him was always like Albert Lewis was the core of our defense. So You see all these famous names, see all these familiar names. I'm just throwing out a little love for Albert Lewis. Last year you can get in, then he'll be off the ballot. One of those deals where you say, Albert Lewis, respect the history. I like that these guys did. Top 2.
Pound for pound, it is tough to find a better football player than that man right now. He is playing in his 10th NFL season, and you saw it. He just cemented his name in history with his 9th career kickoff return touchdown. They're still returning kicks in this league, and nobody's ever done it better. Warm welcome back to Falcons do-it-all all-star Cordarrelle Patterson. What up? How you doing?
Morning.
What's up? What do you do, man? I'm good.
It's awesome to see you. Let's just get right to it, Cordarrelle. History-making kickoff return. Walk us through the play from start to finish. When did you realize, oh, this thing's going to the house? And even after all these years, what does it feel like?
Honestly, man, it feels good. You know, they're trying to get rid of the kickoff return anyway, so
yeah.
I just got to keep going out there, just trying to put my name on, stamp my name on it and everything. So, I mean, there's no way I could have did without those 10 guys, man. And honestly, nobody really know, but the return supposed to go right. It's supposed to be the right return, but it never works the way, we set it up. Everything opened up in the middle, and I just seen the Cairo, the kicker, man. I was like, oh, no way I'm letting this guy tackle me. And I just seen him, then I seen the end zone.
It's so great, and we were talking during commercial, Cordarrelle, like you alluded to, there's just not a lot of kick returns anymore. There's so many touchbacks, and so to see you still doing it in 2022 is so great, and you're part of this kind of like a fraternity of return men. It's Josh Cribbs, and it's Leon Washington. Are you in touch with them? Do you hear from them after you break this mark, and what's it like to be part of that crew, and now you're the leader of it?
Honestly, they reached out to me. Josh, he reached out via Instagram, and, Leon, he texted me, after and just congratulating me and stuff, man. It's just an honor to know those two guys, man, they did it so long, they really paved the way for guys like me and guys who still returning the ball and stuff. So I just got so much respect for those guys, especially after they reached out to me.
I love that, CP. That's what the game is all about. Guys passing down that information. And to be the best at something, the best ever, is an amazing feat. And Nate Burleson said he'd put you in the Hall of Fame. And I remember when you were on the Vikings, we were playing against you. I was on the Titans. You had one, broke loose, was going to the house, and I was the guy that was able to make you cut back.
Really?
Do you remember that play, and how does it feel? Because that could have been another one on the board.
Hey, man, I always think about that play, man. I was fast, man. I thought I was going to get past you. I couldn't get past it. You was too fast, man. I try to do everything in my power.
I love that. What would it mean when you hear people put your name in the Hall of Fame? What would it mean to be able to accomplish something like that?
Honestly, man, I really haven't even thought about it. I feel like I got a lot of years left of football. I hear all the people talking about the Hall of Fame and all that stuff, man. First and foremost, Devin Hester, in my opinion, belongs in there. He's really the GOAT returner, man. Just everything he accomplished throughout his years, and it's just amazing. To be even in a conversation talks with that guy.
We're looking at this Falcons team right now. You guys obviously didn't have Ridley coming in. You trade him. There's obviously now Kyle Pitts has got an injury, and yet look at the win-loss column. You're right there. What's the feeling as we head towards Week 12, and what can you do to get this team propelled to even greater status, and maybe this year be playing January football?
Next man up mentality. Like you say, injuries happen, things happen, and we can't control that. But we just got to keep growing and just keep building. It's something we always talk about, man. We right there in the picture, so we just can't let it get away from us. We was there once, then we started. We let it get away, but it seemed like we back in the mix. So we just got to keep building the chemistry here as a team and just keep growing with each other.
CP, that play that we keep running back from Week 11 was such a spark for your team. It was a comeback spark for the Falcons in Week 11. Right now, you guys sit in the passenger seat of the NFC South. You've been on playoff teams before. You know what it takes as a team to survive in the postseason. What is it about this year's Falcons that makes you think you guys can make a playoff run?
It's just the chemistry we done built in that locker room. It seemed like ever since last year, the team, we done came together, as a unit, and we just keep building and building. Each and every week, we're just growing with each other. Nobody, you know, we all making plays. You know, we just don't have those big top dogs everybody talk about. You know, we all, everybody trying to make a name for themselves, and nobody is selfish. We all hungry and always trying to make it.
It shows, and you can tell watching you guys that you are truly a team. You know, you mentioned that one of the ways that guys like Leon Washington and Josh Cribbs show respect, the one of the ways we do it is with this. And this is a scepter, and this is given out each and every week to the angriest runner in the league. Dude, you have won 2 this season, in a season in which you missed some time, and you still have 2 of these. Cordarrelle, tell us what it's like to win the scepter. Tell us what it's like to truck somebody. Just bring us into your angry world as you now look to get a 3rd scepter this season.
Honestly, it feels great. You know, I'm kind of mad. I thought I was going to get it this week. I know I was doing a lot of trucking those safeties this past weekend, but you know, I just gotta keep getting it, man. I see Najee had 3, so I need to get 4 this year, man. It's gotta come. So.
I don't doubt it for a second.
I love
4-time scepter. McCord, do you like it?
Oh, I love it. As a DB, you hate this guy is 6'3", 230. Nobody wants to tackle him in open field.
We would love to send another scepter or 2 or 3 to Flowery Branch, and we don't doubt that we will do it. Cordarrelle Patterson, the greatest kick returner of all time, and one of the best football players on the planet. We love that you joined us this morning, my man. Stay angry.
I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
My man, Cordarrelle Patterson.
Stay angry. Happy Thanksgiving, Cordarrelle Patterson, everybody in Flowery Branch, and everyone watching Good Morning Football. We'll be right back.